Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a you versus them love reading for Libra. We'll explore your energy, the energy of the person on your mind, and the dynamic between you, not to fix or chase anyone, but to support your clarity, self-trust, and emotional steadiness. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Libras, please. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords showing up in reverse, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Your energy, the Moon, Cancer, Pisces energy. And what's going on between the two of you, we see the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay, so Libra, I feel like you've been left feeling a little bit confused, maybe even a little bit anxious about this connection. Because the Nine of Cups in reverse is emotionally exhausting. It's also someone who may be around for a good time, but not a long time. And with the Knight of Spears or the Knight of Swords in reverse, it feels like you have someone here you're not in communication with, or somebody who may have rushed in and rushed out of this connection. And we see the Queen of Swords in reverse. So I feel like you've got someone here who's definitely not communicating, who's left you feeling confused. The Queen of Swords in reverse can also be somebody who's dishonest. She can be somebody who's nasty. She can also be an ex or someone who's anchored on a lower vibrational timeline. Somebody who's very reactive, easily triggered. But more so, I just get there's no communication or very confusing communication. I also just feel like this person, Libra, wasn't all that nice, to be honest. Let's see. So we see the Hermit card, Virgo energy. So yeah, this person's definitely in hiding is what I'm getting, or they've ghosted. Now, Virgo energy is practical, it's pragmatic, it's wise, but I kind of feel more than anything your person is hiding from you, or your person has you blocked, or they've just ghosted, they've disappeared. They're viewing you as Three of Pentacles in reverse. So they do feel like there's a lack of compatibility here, Libra. They might be worried about third-party stuff. So maybe you're dealing with somebody else. Maybe you are keeping secrets. Maybe they heard or they saw something that made them think that, there was somebody else in the picture for you. The Moon card tells me, the Moon can be very deep, secret feelings. It can be intuition, but it can also be a scary landscape where we're looking at things through borrowed light. So we're not really sure what's going on. It can also denote anxiety or depression here. It can be, like I said, a nightmarish landscape. And I do kind of feel like there's something that's very confusing. I feel like this person's exit or them blocking you or ghosting you was quite abrupt. All right, yeah, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So you're definitely in separation from this person. You're single. I feel like you're doing your best right now, Libra, to focus on you. I mean, this could be someone you were in a higher level of commitment with, or it was a relationship that just didn't find its form. And you're viewing this person as the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. So you're definitely seeing them as holding back. There may have been a lot that you liked about this person. Pisces energy can be, loving, nurturing, creative. There can be a spiritual element here that you're feeling between the two of you. But I also feel like you're kind of left not knowing like what the hell's going on. Why did they disappear? And so I feel like they're still in your energy, right? Like you're still like, are they going to call me? Are they going to reach out? Like what happened? So the Nine of Pearls in reverse tells me this person may have felt emotionally overwhelmed. Maybe things were moving too quickly or things were too intense. This person may not be somebody who is looking for a relationship. If things started to get difficult, they might have just left. Yeah, Lovers in reverse. There could be some sort of third party here. Now, Libra, for some of you, I feel like, this person may have lied to you or may have had you in a third party situation. That may be something you're aware of or you're not aware of. Gemini energy here. Lovers in reverse tells me they may have had a lot of emotional tabs open. Again, this kind of feels like somebody who has a hard time finishing what they've started. And so they just ghost or they just move off in a different direction. I do get a real irresponsibility here with this person and like they're irresponsible with other people's feelings. I'm getting they're lacking emotional maturity. But I do feel there's some sort of third party. Either they saw or heard something that made them think you had a third party. Or you know, they moved off in a different direction without telling you. You're viewing the connection as the Six of Swords in reverse. So there's a part of my Libras that even though there's detachment and you're conflicted because you don't really know how to feel, because I don't think this person gave you any clarity or any reason for their departure or their silence. But there's a part of you that's maybe thinking or hoping they'll come back around. So Moon and Libra, the Two of Swords in reverse, you've made a decision that you definitely want to communicate, or I feel like my Libras, you just really want the truth here. Let's see if you're going to get it, but let's see what we need to know about them. Okay. So we see fire, spirit, energy. So I do think this may have been a very passionate connection. It may have been one that, you know, that was a lot of electricity, a lot of fireworks, a lot of passion. Remember, we are in Mercury. Mercury's retrograding in Cancer. I'm not sure exactly when it's ending. I think pretty soon, like within the next week or so, if I'm not mistaken. But I feel like, you know, Mercury, especially if this is something that started recently, but for some of you, it's not. Some of you, it's a long-term relationship. But I feel like it burned really hot and really fast. All right. And they may have been really focused on the physical. Okay. We see miracles. All right. And we see chaos. Yeah. I think, Libra, one thing I'm going to say with that miracles card is I do think that this person actually had really strong feelings for you, but we get this chaos. I think that was overwhelming for them. I think it created chaos for them. Again, maybe because there was third party energy all along, or they didn't think someone like you existed. But I feel like you were a tower moment, or something here that happened was a tower moment for them. Okay. And that's the reason they dipped. That's the reason they disappeared. All right, so let's see what we need to know about them, because I know, my Libras, you're looking for clarity about, you know, what the hell happened here. We see engagement ring, engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, and union. For some of you, it got too heavy for them. It got too real for them. And we see camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, and making memories. Some of you, too, this person may have gone back to an ex, or they may have been in a connection all along. For others of you, I feel like they just have unresolved issues from the past, and this relationship getting a little bit too intense, too hot and heavy, too real was too much for them. All right, in your energy, we see the Phoenix. So a new phase, rekindling, renew, transformation, growth, and changed mind. So this is really interesting because, you know, for some of you, maybe there will be some sort of rekindling, we'll see. But more so, I feel like you're changing your mind about how you view this person because of what they've done here, because they didn't have the emotional maturity to just either break it off with you or tell you the truth about what was going on. But Spirit's saying, you know what, Libra, there's going to be a new phase for you. You're going to be like the phoenix rising from the ashes. There's happiness coming towards you. And it may not be with this person, okay? Now, we do get love call. This person may reach out, okay? So we're going to get more cards and see what their next actions are. But you do have a happy new phase in love coming towards you. But let's see what we need to know about this connection first. Okay, spiritual lesson. So it does feel like this was karmic in nature. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. And we see marriage. This relationship is moving towards sacred union. You know, I'm having a hard time, Libra, believing that it's going to be this person who's coming back around for this new beginning. It may be the case for some of you. But I kind of feel like what Spirit's showing us here is this is a spiritual karmic situation. And I think you're going to be the phoenix rising from the ashes, learning this spiritual lesson, coming into happiness. Like your next relationship, this is setting you up for the one or for a relationship that's going to be solid and secure. All right. But I can see you still want answers. So let's see, what is this person's very next actions towards you? Moon card in reverse. Okay, I like that because you're feeling confused. You're going through it. This person coming in with clarity. All right, but we see the Page of Swords, maybe about gossip. And we see the 10 of Cups. Some of you, you're going to find out this person was married or this person is with somebody else. I know that's I know that's a tough pill to swallow. But some of you, you will be finding out through the grapevine that this person is married or dealing with somebody else or in another relationship. Let me just pull. I want to pull another card. I want to pull from another deck. Because it's like for others of you, this person's coming in with clarity about gossip that they heard and they want to work on things. So let me see. Is this person... For my Libras, are we going to be finding out this person's married? Uprights are yes, reversals are no. Yeah, 6 of Wands, 5 of Cups, disappointed, King of Wands. Yeah. All right. I do kind of feel like I feel with the 6 of Wands and the upright being a yes, that a lot of you may find out this person is in another connection. I feel it's going to be disappointing. But I also feel like Spirit's asking you to be patient in time. You're going to be manifesting something special, something different for you, Libra. All right. I wish the messages were different, but I think this is a front runner or this is like the precursor, Libra, to a really solid connection, because I still get that this energy, this is karmic in nature. Okay, and I think this person dipped, and I think it's because of third party, and I don't think they had the decency to tell you. I think you'll probably find out the truth and clarity. You'll find out through the grapevine. And I know that might be painful for some of you, or for a lot of you, but Spirit's saying, but this is the precursor to happiness, to some longevity, to a real connection with somebody who's in alignment with you. Okay, so let's see what advice and guidance Spirit has for my Libras. I know these aren't the messages a lot of you want to hear, and I'm sending you peace and ease at this time, but I can't change what's coming out. All right, open to receive. It has been said that clarity comes when the mind is quiet. Let thoughts flow through you, then release them. Yeah, and I also think this is being open to receive not only the truth, but also what's coming to you. All right, spend time in nature, beautiful energy, grounding. Retreat from your busy life and connect with wildlife and Mother Earth in its raw and beautiful form. Grounding can be so powerful, a powerful tactic, especially if you are, if you're starting to feel like you're spinning out, or you're anxious, or you just feel like you need clarity, or you need healing. And we see teacher. You are involved in a situation that will help you evolve, that will help evolve you or someone else. Lessons should be considered a gift during our human experience. Now, it might not feel like a gift right now, Libra, but again, confirmation for me that this is a karmic lesson and a precursor to the real deal, to something that's truly in alignment with you. All right, my lovely Libras, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.